Interested in getting one or more AWS certifications, but not sure how and where to start? This video will help you to get your first AWS certification in 30 days. I hold 5 AWS certifications, including 2 professional level. When people come to know, I constantly receive inquiries about how to prepare, where to start with, which certification to choose, and how to find resources, etc. etc. So here is the video which will guide you how to get AWS certified. Again, this is not the full-fledged exam preparation course covering all technical topics. This is more like overview of the exam before you start exploring AWS certifications. In this free introductory course, I will be covering why to get AWS certification, what are the different certification paths or levels, where to start, why we need to start with AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate, where to find the exam blueprint, what are the exam objectives and domains, where to find the best paid and free resources available online, how to plan and schedule your preparation, how to master required exam domains, and what AWS services you should focus on. Before we start, let me introduce myself. I am Premraj Jayaprakash. I go by Raj. Have been working in IT for over 20 years, mainly on AWS Cloud and DevOps domains. Currently, I work as a practice lead for Cloud and DevOps in one of the leading system integrator and software service organization. I hold 5 AWS certifications, including professional level in Solution Architect and DevOps Engineer. Also, I am the founder of AWSPro.Academy. AWSPro.Academy provides affordable online live classes conducted by AWS certified professionals, including me. Our exam preparation classes are designed to ensure that you pass the AWS certification exam on the first try. Please check out AWSPro.Academy for more information. If you'd like to receive sample exam questions and exam tips, please sign up our newsletter at signup.awspro.academy. Also, please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn ID is Premraj J. Okay, enough about me. Let's move on to your AWS certification journey. This is where we will get started with our overview on AWS certification exams and why we need to get Solution Architect Associate certification first. Why it is a good idea to learn AWS? AWS is one of the hottest career options for IT professionals today. Let's do something interesting. Just Google the word AWS skills and you will find some of the interesting results on the first page. As per Forbes, many of the US federal agencies are moving to cloud first policy, but they are unable to find enough resources to perform this migration. Similarly in UK too, demand for cloud skills has shown a growth of 20% for over the last couple of years as per the UK government survey. Irrespective of you being certified or not, for IT professionals, cloud computing skills are becoming an essential item in the resume. Employers are actively and increasingly looking for employees with cloud experience, which is all the way from business requirements to the actual cloud implementation. Also, please check the job search websites like dice.com or monster.com. You will come across around 3,500 AWS related jobs as of today in DICE. Why do you want to get AWS certified? Before we go into details, let's analyze some numbers. Courtesy blog post in globalknowledge.com. Average certified solution architect makes $120,000 per year. As per Glassdoor, the salaries are even higher. An average AWS solution architect makes $150,000 per year as per Glassdoor. According to recent survey conducted by the Global Knowledge, AWS Solution Architect is the highest paying certification for 2016 in the entire IT world. The same survey also shows that Certified Solution Architect earned a higher salary than Certified Project Management Professional or PMP. Do you still want more reasons to get certified? Before we get into AWS Solution Architect Associate certification details, let's review the AWS Certification Path and available certifications. I am recording this video on April 2019. As of today, we have 10 certifications. I am sure AWS will be introducing more certifications on upcoming days. We can break AWS certifications into 4 different levels: Foundational, Associate, Professional, and Specialty. These levels are defined based on your experience and difficulty of the exams. I will be discussing them in detail in the next few slides. In addition, we can logically group these exams based on the role. Based on your job function or role, you can focus on one of the groups such as Cloud Practitioner, Architect, Developer, or Operations. AWS Cloud Practitioner certification is for individuals in a larger variety of cloud and technology roles. The expectation is that you have 6 months of experience in AWS Cloud with some industry knowledge. This exam covers 4 domains, including cloud concepts, security, technology, and billing and pricing. If you are totally new to AWS or cloud technologies, you can start your certification journey from here. I mainly suggest this for non-technical professionals, including program or project managers, business analysts, sales and marketing guys. Now let's look into associate level certifications. Associate level certifications are one level higher than foundational certification. AWS expects you to have 1 year of experience in AWS cloud related services and solutions. Associate level has 3 certifications: AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate, AWS Certified Developer Associate, AWS Certified SysOps Admin Associate. Solution Architect Associate mainly focuses on how to architect and deploy secure and robust applications on AWS technologies. This exam is for anyone with at least 1 year of hands-on experience designing highly available, cost-efficient, fault-tolerant, and scalable and distributed systems on AWS. Developer Associate exam validates the proficiency in developing, deploying, and debugging cloud-based applications using AWS. This exam is for anyone with 1 or more years of hands-on experience developing and maintaining AWS-based applications, plus in-depth knowledge of at least one high-level programming language. So if you are coming from software development background, this is the right exam for you. SysOps Admin Associate validates your technical experience in deployment, management, and operation of the AWS platform. This exam is for anyone with 1 or more years of hands-on experience operating AWS-based applications. Mainly, this is for operation or system administration professionals. From my experience and research, SysOps Admin Associate is the most difficult among the 3. So I will not advise you to start with SysOps Admin. But currently, if you are working as an infrastructure administrator and managing VMs, storage or networking, or managing logging and monitoring tools, SysOps Admin would be the better certificate to start with. If you are coming from non-sysadmin background, I would strongly suggest you to try either Associate Solution Architect or Associate Developer certifications. Let me share a secret with you. Both of the certifications share 50% of the content. That means if you prepare for one exam, you already know 50% of other. In my view, Associate Developer Certificate is the easy one. However, from the context of gaining knowledge and learning cloud concepts, I recommend Associate Solution Architect. Solution Architect Associate certification covers key AWS services and requires you to understand how to architect and deploy secure and robust applications on AWS technologies. Even though it is a bit hard, I would advise you to face the Solution Architect Associate exam first. But again, it is totally up to you and how you want to align your current role with these certifications. Also, there are no prerequisites to take associate level exams. Without foundational certificate, you can directly appear for any of the associate exams. In this video, I will be mainly focusing on Solution Architect preparation. But again, remember, you can relate 50% of the content with Developer Associate. Also, most of the upcoming tips will be applicable for developer exam preparation too. Before start discussing around Solution Architect Associate preparation, let's finish other two certification groups, Professional and Specialty. AWS Certified Solution Architect Professional Certification validates your advanced technical skills and experience in designing distributed applications and systems on the AWS platform. AWS Certified DevOps Engineer Professional Certification validates your technical experience in provisioning, operating, and managing distributed application systems on the AWS platform. Both of these exams are anyone with 2 or more years of hands-on experience designing and deploying cloud architecture on AWS or operating and managing AWS environments. As you guessed, professional level certification are one level higher than associate certifications. In the past, if you want to take any professional or specialty exams, you have to complete the associate level certification first. But recently, they have changed the rule to allow anyone to take professional level or specialty exam without any prerequisites. One way it is good because anyone directly can attempt specialty or professional exams. However, from my view, it is very difficult to prepare and try the professional or specialty exams without strong working experience or associate level certification. So I encourage people to get associate level certification, especially Solution Architect Associate certification before getting into professional or specialty exams. Again, it's my personal view. AWS offers 4 specialty certifications: Advanced Networking, Big Data, Security, and Machine Learning. I expect more on upcoming days. These specialty certifications are designed to validate advanced skills in specific technical areas. All these exams are anyone with 2 or more years of hands-on experience in the associated specialty domains. AWS Certified Security Specialty Certification focuses on your technical experience in securing the AWS platform. This exam is for anyone in the experienced security role. AWS Certified Big Data Specialty Certification focuses your technical skills in designing and implementing AWS services to derive the value from the data. This exam is for anyone who performs complex big data analysis. AWS Certified Advanced Networking Specialty Certification validates your technical knowledge in designing and implementing AWS and hybrid IT architecture at scale. This exam is for anyone who performs complex networking tasks. AWS Certified Machine Learning Specialty Certification validates your technical skills in building, training, tuning, and deploying machine learning models using AWS Cloud. This exam is for anyone who performs the development or data science role. As I mentioned before, they have changed the rule to allow anyone to take specialty exam without any prerequisites. I have both professional certifications and one specialty certification in security domain. I felt specialty certification is more difficult than professional level certification. Therefore, I encourage people to get the Associate Solution Architect certification before getting into professional or specialty exams. Let's review exam objectives of the Solution Architect Associate. As our first step, let's visit https://aws.amazon.com/certification webpage. Scroll down to Certified Solution Architect Associate section. Click the link to go to Certified Solution Architect Associate page and download the exam guide. The exam guide is your basic artifact to start the preparation. Bookmark or save it somewhere. I extracted needed information from the exam guide and developed next few slides to make things easier. Let's see what are the primary objectives of the exam. First objective focuses on define a solution using architectural design principles based on customer requirements. When they say define a solution using architectural design principles, it means you cannot just design or provide a random solution to your customers. As a solution architect, you have to validate your solution against architectural design principles or best practices. For me, it is more of providing architectural patterns and advice on how to design a system that are secure, reliable, highly performing and cost efficient. It includes a discussion on how to take advantage of attributes that are specific to the dynamic nature of cloud computing like elasticity and infrastructure automation, etc. The second objective states provide implementation guidance based on best practices to the organization throughout the life cycle of the project. The second point is more about implementation guidance based on best practices. As a solution architect, we should know how the cloud computing differs from the traditional data center and how to apply the best practices for the cloud to any lift and shift or new applications. Mainly, best practices from the aspect of scalability, immutable infrastructure, automation, loose coupling, high availability, cost optimization, caching and security. I don't want to go through the details of each one of them here, but to get a feel for, take one example. Immutable infrastructure, one of the best practice. In a traditional environment, you have to work with fixed resources due to upfront cost and lead time of introducing a new hardware. This would drive practices like manually logging into server to configure software or fix an issue, or hard coding IP addresses, etc. When designing for AWS, you have the opportunity to take advantage of the dynamic provision nature of cloud computing. You can think of servers and other components as temporary resources. You can launch as many as you need and use them only for as long as you need them. If there is an issue with one of the computing server, you don't troubleshoot, you simply replace the server with a new one. You build the server once, create the image, and then use it on different environments. When needed, you launch a new instance of the server instead of troubleshooting the existing one. But to implement the immutable infrastructure, you should know how to take advantage of attributes that are specific to AWS Cloud, like AMIs and CloudFormation automation. You may be thinking how I know all this stuff. Some of the resources that you can use to gain the knowledge are white papers. As per the exam guide, you should review Architecting for the Cloud white paper and AWS well-architected web page, which contains collection of multiple white papers. Now let's move on to recommended AWS knowledge. As per the exam guide, here is the list of things you should know or knowledge you should have. 1 year of hands-on experience designing available, cost-efficient, fault-tolerant and scalable distributed systems on AWS. Hands-on experience using compute, networking, storage and database services. Hands-on experience with AWS deployment and management services. Again, don't get disappointed. It is recommended by AWS but not mandatory requirement or prerequisite. I strongly believe you can successfully complete the certification without such experience, provided that you do hands-on practice during your preparation. So please spend more time on hands-on before you attempt the exam. The next group of requirements are ability to identify and define technical requirements for AWS-based application. Ability to identify which AWS service meet the given technical requirement. Knowledge of recommended best practices for building secure and reliable applications on the AWS platform. Don't worry, needed abilities and knowledge can be gained from your learning of various AWS services and reviewing white papers from AWS website. We will be reviewing available paid and free resources later in the video for your exam preparation, and I believe those resources will help you to gain the knowledge to face these requirements. The last group of requirements are understanding of basic architectural principles of building on AWS Cloud, an understanding of AWS global infrastructure, an understanding of network technologies as they relate to AWS, understanding of security features and tools that AWS provide and how they relate to traditional services. Again, using the right preparation resource, following my study plan will definitely help you to gain the needed understanding of mentioned areas. Now let's move on to exam domains. Previous version of the exam had 4 domains including design, implementation, data security and troubleshooting. It's more focused on the life cycle of the infrastructure project. Most of the infrastructure related projects normally follows design, implementation, deployment, troubleshooting and ongoing maintenance. The current version is more focused on deployment of AWS infrastructure based on best architectural practices. It addresses foundational areas like cost, security and efficiency, which are neglected more often. In addition, it focuses on how your design decisions impact the business. Here is a list of main exam domains and their weightage. AWS has divided the exam questions into 5 different exam domains. Each domain has different weightage. In this exam, the total number of questions are 65. I thought of going through this later in the session, but it's better to discuss this now. Based on the weightage here, for an example, you get 10% from design cost optimized architecture domain, which is 6 or 7 questions out of 65. We have 5 domains here. Domain 1, design resilient architecture, covering 34%. Domain 2, define performant architecture, covering 24%. Domain 3, specify secure applications and architecture, covering 26%. Domain 4, design cost optimized architecture, covering 10%. Domain 5, define operationally excellent architecture, covering 65%. We will review the exam domains in detail later in the course.